Hey guys, well done yesterday on your haiku work. I got some really good haikus yesterday. Um, Only a few of them now had all of the elements correct in terms of the syllables: 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. But the main thing was that the effort was put in and they were very creative and very enjoyable to read. So well done. Okay, so today we're looking at Limericks. Okay, now it's nothing to do with the county in Munster, the county Limerick. It is a type of poem. Okay, limericks are a type of poem, and you'll be glad to hear that they are just absolutely silly and daft and great for messing. Okay, so I'll have a read of this, the introduction. A limerick is a silly poem with 5 lines. Okay, so like the haiku, it has a very definite structure and rules to follow. Alright? So they're a silly poem. They are often funny or nonsensical. Nonsensical means they just make no sense whatsoever. Okay, you could have a limerick about a dog juggling cats, okay? Or anything at all. They're just meant to be funny and silly and a bit of a laugh, okay? And yeah, there's a history of it. They were made famous by this guy, Edward Lear. He wrote the Book of Nonsense, and it was an entire book of limericks. So, before we have a look at the rules, let's have a look at an example here. Okay? So, there once was a very sad daddy, whose golf game was going quite badly. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. I think that he needed a caddy. Okay? So maybe you can figure out already the structure and the rules. Okay, so you can see that first of all it's done in 2, 2, 1. Okay, even the way it's read. There once was a very sad daddy whose golf game was going quite badly. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. I think that he needed a caddy. So just for a second here before we look on any further, can you figure out the rhyming structure? Remember yesterday we touched on it slightly when I was talking about A, B, B, A, B, A, B. Can you figure out the rhyming scheme of a limerick? Okay, because there's 2 things that happen with limericks. There is your rhyming scheme, so we're going to look at what lines rhyme with what, and the rhythm being the beat. Okay, and you can hear the beat while I'm reading it. There once was a very sad daddy, whose golf game was going quite badly. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. I think that he needed a caddy. Okay, so the way I would look at it is, it's not an exact amount of syllables, but it's more of how many beats there are. Okay, if you were to think of it like a song. So the first 2 lines have 3 beats. So you can hear it there, I'm clicking my fingers. Okay, there once was a very sad daddy, whose golf game was going quite badly. So you can hear there, it's 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. There once was a very sad daddy, whose golf game was going quite badly. Okay? And it reads and flows nicely. The next 2 lines have 2 beats. He looked left and right, 2 beats. No ball was in sight. And then the last line goes back to 3 beats. I think that he needed a caddy. Okay, so when we look at the rhythm, the first 2 lines, it's 3 beats, 3 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 3 beats. There once was a very sad daddy, whose golf game was going quite badly. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. I think that he needed a caddy. Okay, so have a look here again. So when we're looking at the rhyming scheme, okay, the first and second and 5th line all rhyme together. So you can see daddy, badly, caddy. Okay, and the 2 middle lines rhyme together. So we would call it A, B, B, A. So the first 2 lines rhyme together. The second 2 lines rhyme together, and then the last line always rhymes with the first two lines, and you can hear it there. There once was a very sad daddy whose golf game was going quite badly. Then the next two lines rhyme. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. And the last line rhymes with the first two lines. I think that he needed a caddy. Okay? So you just have to remember those two rules. The first rule is the beats. 3-3, 2-2, 3. There once was a very sad daddy. 3. Whose golf game was going quite badly. 3. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. They have 2 each. I think that he needed a caddy. 3. And then the rhyming scheme is, the first two lines rhyme together. There once was a very sad daddy, whose golf game was going quite badly. The next two lines rhyme together. He looked left and right, no ball was in sight. And the last line kind of finishes it off like a sandwich and rhymes with the first two. I think that he needed a caddy. Alright? So, and they always start with there once was a, or there was a. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Okay, it's not a silly one, but it's still a nice one. Okay, so first of all we can see the rhyming scheme, star, far. Then the next two rhyme together, down, clown. And the last one will rhyme with the first two, far. That rhymes with star and far. Okay, so there once was a wonderful star who thought she would go very far. Until she fell down and looked like a clown, she knew she would never go far. Again, you can see the 3 beats, 2, 2, and then 3. There once was a wonderful star who thought she would go very far. Until she fell down and looked like a clown, she knew she would never go far. Okay? So see how it follows the rules? I've written one. It's a bit silly, but let's have a look at it here. Okay. I had a pet doggy called Jack, whose coat was shiny and black. He looked at the sky and started to fly, and sadly he never came back. Okay, so you can see again the rhyming scheme. Jack, black, and the last one, back. And in the middle two rhyme together, sky and fly. And again our 3 beats. I had a pet doggy called Jack, whose coat was shiny and black. He looked at the sky and started to fly, and sadly he never came back. Okay, so I would like you, again, like yesterday with your haikus, to go and try and write your own limerick, or limericks. Do more than one. They can be silly, they can be about anything or anyone. Okay, usually it starts off with there once was, or there was, or I had. Okay, but it has to have that feel to it. Da 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 da. Okay? A good way to remember it is it should have the same rhythm as hickory dickory dock. Okay? Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock. So limericks have the same rhythm and the same beat as hickory dickory dock. I had a pet doggy called Jack, whose coat was shiny and black. He looked at the sky and started to fly, and sadly he never came back. So, try your best, and please send them on to me, and I hope you have a great